My name is Alicia Miento.
And my name is Lena Hill. We are both 6th and 7th graders from Dotson Middle School, and we are presenting our project, the Visual Traffic Assistant.
If you know someone who is visually impaired, you may know the struggles of having them reliant on someone all the time. Although they may be very active in doing things as they would regularly, many struggle with their independence due to their lack of vision. Upon doing research for our project, we have found more information on car accident rates, struggles of the visually impaired, as well as tools and technologies to assist the visually impaired. However, we have found that these tools and technologies are often unreliable. For example, guide dogs can get distracted and canes can get stuck in cracks. We have also found that with an increase in vehicle transportation, the rates of car accidents have increased. With over 1,000 dying yearly, the rates of the visually impaired are even higher, with 1 in 12 being involved in a car accident. A device that can be used to solve this problem is the MBOT, a programmable device with different aspects for different needs. However, prior knowledge on the MBOT and its block coding is necessary.
Our materials are shown here, and our procedures are shown here.
Our first prototype used a brightness sensor to detect the different levels of brightnesses for different stoplights. This brightness sensor was used as the module, and our MBOT was used as the base. However, this prototype failed to work every trial. This was because the brightness sensor tended to pick up other light signals instead of only the traffic light. For our second and final prototype, we decided to completely change up the circuit and the design. We wanted to still keep the idea of adding on electronics to the MBOT, but had an entirely new system regarding the transmission. For the transmission, we had a receiving and transmission system. We used a block code to tell the receiver to detect a code from the transmitter, and if so, then stop. With this new design, our project was able to succeed, barely meeting the minimum standards.
The code is the main basis of the entire robot. Without the code, we would not have a functioning robot. The first aspect of the robot is that it moves forward at a power of 50%. This means that it would move forward unless it is told not to. The MBOT detects the receiver as an ultrasonic sensor since it is plugged into port 3, so we use the code ultrasonic sensor instead of receiver. Finally, the entire code is inside of a forever loop. This means that the robot would cross the road forever or until the battery runs out.
To conclude, the Visual Traffic Assistant functions as it should, meeting the minimum requirements. The receiving and transmission system also works, but very inconsistently. Improvements that can be made are making the prototype a lot smaller and sturdier, as well as detecting all surroundings rather than just crossing the street. The community benefit of the project is that it increases the rates of independence for visually impaired and reduces the rates of car accidents. Overall, the Visual Traffic Assistant is capable of assisting an individual when crossing the street, so meeting its main requirements.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.